Well, here we are. It's Saturday morning, and well, it's not Saturday morning now. This is Friday afternoon. But this is going on the beginning of the JW's radio this time around. We are driving down the highway, trying to get home from this rush hour of work. Anyway, here's a little interesting clip for you. Through this section of highway, there's a construction going on. It's a $250 fine if you're going more than 35 miles an hour. We are going 35. You see, all these other people ahead are definitely breaking that rule. If the police officers are out here, sometimes they park in the middle here, and if you get pulled over, it's not going to be a fun day for you with a $250 ticket just so you could get in a hurry 30 seconds faster. Yes, that's the one thing about the islands. It's a slow roll around here, and nobody goes very fast. You're not supposed to. Leads to a lot of traffic fatalities, but it looks like we are going to hit traffic up ahead. So anyway, let's get on with the radio show. Hopefully you've enjoyed these clips as I enjoyed putting them in there for you. Thanks for watching. Let's get on with JW's radio. Hey, guess what, everybody? It is Saturday morning. Welcome back to the radio show. Man, I can't believe what are we up to on these things. We've done quite a few of these things, and it's neat to see a lot of you that have caught on to it and been tuning in and watching it. Last week we did do a giveaway, so we're going to be doing the drawing for that. And hopefully yesterday you saw the video on the Remington Model 10 pump action shotgun. It's a good golden oldie. I've always liked those style shotguns that are kind of a throwback, really. Mainly because I've always, you know, every time you watch those cop films, you always see those, you know. And I think it's like a 37 is what they're usually using. That one is a Remington Model 10. It did see some action in the war and everything, so that's pretty neat. We'll be doing a takedown video on showing you how that thing, the barrel and everything comes off. Even when I had got it in my hands, I was always wondering about that, how it did take down. You know, because when you look at it, you can see like between the receiver and the barrel, you're like, wow, this thing does. You know, it just kind of reminded me of Bullet, Steve McQueen, when the bad guys go up to the hotel room and wastes the I guess the informant or whatever, and then he takes his Winchester shotgun apart. That was just cool. You know, I always just watch that scene when he's in the car, he's loading that shotgun, and just looking at the size of those shells, thinking, man, what the heck, you know, like, you know, it's just the way it looks on camera is really neat. Yeah, well, actually, this company, IAC, I think IC, or International Arms Corporation or something like that, they make a copy of the 1897 riot gun or police gun or whatever. They cowboy action shooters use them a lot. I used to have one similar to that. I had sold it, but this one has got just more simple, like, you know, look to it. I think I want to get one of those eventually. Hopefully they still have them around when I come around to getting it and everything like that. So, but anyway, check it out. You know, Remington Model 10, really cool to bring that to the channel. We're going to be doing a takedown video, like I said. All right, the other things was, you know, in honor of Clint Eastwood's birthday, we did the Do You Feel Lucky, punk? Anyway, there's actually an Easter egg in that video. See if you, how many of you guys noticed it, but anyway. I tend to, I always like to have fun with these videos. I like to just throw some, you know, throw a curveball in there every now and then. That's why, like, you know, with the giveaway in the last JW's radio episode, just kind of, you know, it was really neat to see a good handful of you guys leave that, you know, enter that giveaway. And we're going to do the drawing here shortly. And that was just really cool to see that. And I always like to throw something in a video or two every now and then, just to mix it up and see if somebody actually comments on it. That's always the fun thing. In the past radio shows, I think it was the last couple, especially the one where we were showing the, oh, want to say it was episode 14 or 15. I don't know. There's so many now. But when we filmed outside in the town, I was showing you guys the town, the traffic and everything. If you watch at the end of that video, there was something. Nobody commented on it, which is funny. Because I don't know, maybe it was just so goofy, nobody really. But anyway, this is stuff I throw in, you know, just for kicks and giggles. I think it's just hilarious to do stuff like that. One of the guys that it cracked me up that he did it, he's the Real Cobra Burnout. He did a video where he was shooting Easter eggs with his BB gun, and one of the Easter eggs is yellow, and he drew a face on it to the character of the Minions from that cartoon movie. That was really funny, just to see stuff like that people throw in. One of the other things that I thought was really cool that he left it in there, I don't know, you know, what the whole story was. I actually did an entire video from it. Was the gun enthusiast. He has this thing where he in the beginning of the video he starts it off and there's like a fixture or something, and he just like goes, "Get this out of the way," and he pushes it over, and his look, it just, I had to do a video response to that. He's a really good guy, really good sense of humor, and that's the cool thing about YouTube is I've met a lot of really neat people that are just into guns, they're passionate about it, and we're just, you know, nice going, easy going guys. Of course you got that, you know, percentage that are just you know, not even worth mentioning. But that's okay. Anyway, so yes, the week is going by. We got some cool stuff lined up. Gotta get some stuff out for you folks, and stay tuned because we got a hold of a Ruger revolver to review. It's tabletop. I bet you a lot of you are interested in that. Yes, a Ruger revolver. And coming up soon, looked at a Smith & Wesson Classic line Model 36. I do have a video on the classic, or not the classic, but the original Model 36. I haven't uploaded it yet. It's just some of these things we've got to go through and edit and make sure. I proof watch a lot of these videos to make sure that it's quality. I want to make sure I'm still presenting a video that is a good reference. You know, if you're looking at whatever, the pistol to buy it, or you're looking at how to take it apart, or field trip, or what to expect out of it, I try to make that quality video for you to have a reference point to. You know, if you're gonna, especially when you're spending that kind of cash on a gun, you know, rather if it's you know, $200 or $1,000, you know, it's a chunk of money. You know, I look at it as, man, that's a lot of money you could be surviving off of, going to buying stuff from the store or whatnot. So, you know, and that's why, like, for me, any chance I get that somebody, or a friend of mine, or somebody says, hey, you know, hey, do a review on this gun, you know, go ahead. You know, I definitely, yes, absolutely, because it's stuff I don't have, you know, and want to bring more content to you folks. You know, these radio shows right here are probably just as real as it gets, unscripted and unedited, really, for the most part, and just let it fly. So anyway, we got a gun to talk about, but before we do that, let's go ahead and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, about 16 people entered. That's really neat. I'm going to go ahead and cut these up right here. I was going to do this before, but I figured I'd let you guys, you know, do everything live, right? Screw it, do it everything live. Alright, let's get that. I'm going to go ahead and slice these up because I think it would be easier to do it this way than to sit there with some scissors and try to do this and try to cut each one. So I think this is a little bit easier to do it this way. Alright, we got some good movies in here, a lot of ones that are some of my favorites too. A couple of people like the Longest Day, with it's a full studded cast, I tell you. John Wayne in there, you got Mitchum, and man, there's just a ton of good actors in that movie. One of my favorite parts in that movie is where they take the little G.I. Joe, or they make a little doll, and it's about 3 feet in length or so. I can't remember exactly, but they strap a bunch of fireworks and stuff to it or whatever, and they drop them out of the airplane, and to deceive the enemy, and make them think that there's a bunch of stuff going on over there or whatever, while we came in through the back door and really, besiege them. Really neat. I like that part. That's a really cool part, and the way John Wayne explains, the brass clicker. One click is followed by another click, and if you don't hear it, open fire. So really cool stuff that they came up with back then to do those things, and that's a real thing. From I was watching a History Channel after watching that. I was watching a History Channel, and they were talking about that the cricket thing. That glorified clicker. That was a real deal. They really had those apparently. So anyway, of course, a lot of people. We had one that was interesting that came in, the Final Countdown by Joe. I've never seen that, and he mentioned it's a sci-fi. It's a sci-fi thing. So I kind of want to check that out. I do like a sci-fi every now and then. But I'll have to check that out. And then, of course, some of you put Saving Private Ryan. Yes, that's a really hard movie to neglect, as you could say, as a really good, authentic, war movie. It really depicts a lot of, in a sense, war being what it is, which is absolute chaos, And then, of course, there's a lot of people that like Full Metal Jacket with the gunny. Yes, Full Metal Jacket. Really good movie. It really shows the emotional side of, everything. Of course, the whole beginning of that is just absolutely, man, talk about intense, just constant, non-stop intensity. And, so... And we had one person, actually, another Eastwood film come in, Where Eagles Dare. Really cool. I liked that movie, and I didn't watch it till later, till after I was into a lot of the other Eastwood films. I watched that one. Along with, what is it, the other one that he did. It's not really a war movie. I guess it is. It's like Civil War, but it's different. It's Beguiled. That is an interesting film. It's like, some people say, it's like the evil side of Clint, but really bizarre, interesting film is The Beguiled. So, alright, that's it. Anyway, decided to cut these up right here on the camera. Alright, let's get rid of this stuff. Close up this knife. Alright. Okay, so we got all the entries right here. Toss that. And what I'll do is I'll fold them in half like this. And I know we're taking a long time for doing this. This is why Mr. Holster has got it already in the bean pot. But this is the first time I'm doing it here, and I thought it was part of the excitement to do all this. I'm excited to see who actually wins this thing. I think it's going to be fun, and I'm sure you guys are just like skipping ahead of this portion of the video already. Okay, try to get this done. Next time we do this, I'll go with the Mr. Holster method and have it already done, and just toss it in the hat. I don't have a bean pot that was used in Rooster Shooter. I'm jealous. No. Really neat. Again, there's another great example of meeting other people on this thing, and meeting Mr. Holster. And I must say, Mr. Holster, if you're watching this, I'm really bummed that I didn't discover your channel sooner than I did, because you have a really good channel. You have a really good character to you. I like the dude. Really cool guy. He's just, alright, okay, met a lot of cool people on YouTube, I tell you. Alright, so everybody's name is folded up. Okay, we got the hat. I bet you're wondering what that was. We got the hat that I used in my very first giveaway, where we gave away the books and stuff, and then really cool to have everybody else chip in and toss that in there. So okay, we have all the entries, throwing them in the hat. You can see they're in the hat. I'm gonna go way up here so you can, I can't see it, and we're just gonna be shaking it up. Okay, all right, okay, so I'm gonna go in and just really stir it around. Yeah, we really want to mix this up. Okay, all right. Do I have one? One and not two? Okay, I got one. Toss that out of the way. Make sure, okay. All right. My alarm was going off. It lets me know what time it is in the morning. Okay, I got one name. What is it? I like this. I'm really happy to do this. Okay, what do we got? Oh, okay. I apologize if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Appy Dogs. And Appy Dogs. Cool. I don't think I've ever seen a comment from you. This is the first time. I apologize if you have and I didn't see it. But Appy Dogs, APPYDAD or DAWGS, and his favorite movie is Sergeant York. His favorite movie. So cool. Okay, Appy Dogs. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. But okay, you are the winner of the DVD. Okay, with the really cool Guns of the Smith & Wesson DVD. It's really neat. I learned a few things from it, and I figured I'd pass it on because it's really neat, because it starts to show you the history of these guns and talks about Dirty Harry and all that. So anyway, all right, here's the rules. You have 1 week to contact me with your mailing address and everything where you want this thing to be mailed off to. Give me a PM, a personal message. If you don't know how to do that, go onto my main page, go to the section that says About, click on that, and it'll say Send a Message, okay? And please try to contact me within the 7 days, 1 week. So by the time the next JW's Radio comes on, if you haven't contacted me, I apologize. I'm going to have to draw somebody else, okay? So please contact me. Let me know. Also, I do have a Facebook page now, guys. We mentioned that in the last radio show, the radio that we did. Batjack JW on Facebook. Really, it's just something to do to accompany this channel, really. So okay, all right, there you go. You've won. That was really interesting. That was really cool to see, just the pure randomness of that. Everybody had a chance. Cool stuff. All right. What do we man, the Facebook thing, really, the only reason I did that was a good friend of mine, I've known this guy for years, had mentioned to me to do it. I was not one to get into Facebook, mainly because for me, I didn't see a real point in it. In a sense, like the people that the dogs are starting up again, by the way. They do this every day. Sorry about that. For the most part, I understand it's like keeping in touch with people and friends and all that, but it's like hard for me to grasp this stuff because I'm I feel like such an old guy that, refuses to like accept things, but yet I'm a young guy, but my friends say you're an old guy inside. And it's like, I never had a cell phone until I was in high school, and that was really just to keep in touch with my parents, so they knew that, I was on the bus okay or whatever, or, I got home okay. So it just, so now it's like, you look at it, it's like these kids now, they're just on their, this was like, I see, like little 4-year-olds on cell phones. I'm like, wow. So, back to the Facebook thing, I just never understood, like, there was nothing, like, I didn't want to get involved in. To me, it seemed like there was a lot of drama. You know, it's just like it seemed like there was just like somebody would post something just to piss people off or something. You know, it's like I don't want to be involved in that. If you guys notice on my channel too, we don't talk about politics. We don't get into drama because it's not what this is about. This is about entertainment, fun, you know, and just, you know, man, if it makes you happy, run at it, man. Don't be walking, run. Life is too short. I said it once, I say it again. Life is a train ride and it's going full speed. You better live it up. Gotta live, gotta laugh, because your stop is before you even know it. So that's my thing in life. You know what? If it makes you happy, do it. You know, a couple weeks ago, you know, I bought this thing. It's a model toy. I bought it off of Amazon. You know, I really didn't need it, but I thought it was cool. You know, and I bought it. The heck with it. You know, it was like, I hung it up in my closet, and it's really neat. I bought it. You know, it's like just stuff like that. You know. Now, you know, don't financially put yourself under. You know, I mean, there is that line anyway. Okay. What do we got? Oh, it's a Smith & Wesson Model 29. How many of you guys got that? Did you see the video we did? Come on. All right. Smith & Wesson Model 29. This is a 6-inch barrel. This is the very first one I ever bought. And this I bought off of Gunbroker, my favorite place. This was before I had a Gunbroker account. It's probably a good thing. In fact, Gunbroker is... I shouldn't badmouth it. I've gotten a lot of cool stuff with having my own account. But anyway, before I had my own account, I used to have friends of mine go in and get it. And luckily, all my friends have FFL license. That's how I wound up in the business too. Was just having a friend that says, here, try this job. Instead of working for your box store, that corporate heel that doesn't really care about you. You're just a number anyway. Anyway. Cool gun. And I saw it on Gunbroker, and you know what? If I remember right, I paid under $500 for this thing. I'm not kidding. And it's got some wear on it. It's got holster wear. It had a little rust on the barrel and whatnot. But I didn't care. In fact, this thing cleaned up and polished up just fine. Okay, the lockup was a little loose on it. I'll admit, the lockup was a bit loose on it, so when I got it and everything, like I did my own work on it. I went in there, reworked the lockup and everything, and retightened everything up, ordered new parts from Brownells or whatever, and got it back up and running right. That is, you know, and I've always noticed that, and that's why mostly I just shoot 44 special out of it, you know, because I want this thing to last. It's my first Magnum. I'm gonna keep it. It's really cool. So it's one of my favorite guns. So, and yes, I bought that. It came out of a pawn shop in Arkansas. Really cool. So actually talked to the fellow on the phone. A really cool guy. Monty's Pawn and Gun. For those of you that if you know where that is, or maybe you shop there. Anyway, my friend of mine that funny story with that. When I bought it, I'm waiting for it to show up to his office or whatever where he receives his guns for his FFL license, and I'm calling him up and I'm like, hey, what do you think? Did you send off the money? He's like, yeah, I paid for it. I'm like, okay, so do you think it's coming soon? Or I would pay him and he'd do the transaction. He's the FFL anyway, so he's going to receive it. So, and then plus I was not able to have the Gunbroker account. Check out my channel. There's a there's a video on that. Why I don't have a Gunbroker account, and I think it's called Popeye's Chicken. Anyway, some of you actually know that story, been with the channel for a while. But anyway, I call up my friend. I'm like, hey, where's anything about the gun? He goes, I don't know. Maybe he'll arrive. He goes, here's the guy's number. Give him a call. And that's how I wound up calling the guy. And the guy said, oh yeah, no, I sent it off. You guys should have it soon. I'm like, okay. So I went over to my friend's place and hanging out with him and just talking, and he doing stuff. I was helping him clean up some stuff, and he just like turns around and goes, hold on to that for a second. I looked down and I saw it and I went, wow. I was like, you have a Model 29? And he's like, oh no, that'd be yours. This guy had the thing the whole time, man, you know, and that's his brand of humor. But anyway, I was really excited to get it. Very first time getting it, man. I must have, when I first got this thing, I must have watched Dirty Harry like another 10 times, you know. But one of my favorite things, you know. So that's the other thing that we're going to be talking about, discussing in upcoming videos, is my love in guns and movies. So get ready for that video. I really just, some people understand that and totally get it, and some people just don't, you know. So some people just buy that gun as a tool. I've been, again, like going back to my Collector's Corner video, I'm that guy that I'm right there in the middle. I'm a gun collector and I'm a gun shooter. Yes, you know, I love shooting the modern guns. I have appreciation for Glocks and things like that. You just got to, because the way the firearm industry is working and it's the way it's going, you have to look at what they're doing. You know, it's like, it's the same thing like where some of my other favorite YouTubers had said, you know, with all these people following that and using that, it can't be bad. You know, I mean, it can't all be bad. You know, I'm sure there's, you know, everything breaks down and everything has a flaw, but it's pretty darn hard to ignore the facts of some of these guns. But the other side of the coin, I think the people that don't respect or don't appreciate guns like this, I tell you, there's something about it. You just gotta, you know, to grab an old blued Smith & Wesson with nice original wood grips and stuff, man, there's just a romance of that. They don't make guns like this anymore. They just don't. Even their classic line, I must admit, it's just not like these, the older vintage guns. I tell you, you know, just the same thing as there's nothing like a Colt Python. There's nothing like a Colt Python. Nothing that comes even close. That gun is in its own class in itself. So just, that's why I really like these old guns. They're just a time, it's like a time capsule. It's something that just cannot be, you know, produced anymore. They just don't do it that way. But not knocking their classic line too much, you know, because I do have the 629 polished stainless 3-inch barrel. Great gun, great shooting gun, excellent. You know, it does have the key lock and the frame mounted firing pin and all that, you know, stuff that people like to criticize about it. But it's a great shooting gun. In fact, I got a video that we're going to be releasing soon. I took like a 50-yard, 60-yard shot with that thing. It's a 3-inch barrel, 44 special, using the one and only Badman bullets for my reloads. Great stuff. You know, just throwing that out there. But anyway, it's a good gun. You know, and something for those of you that want to, you know, think about is, you know, yeah, the older Smiths put the firing pin on the hammer, and then they, you know, now they changed it to the frame, and you know, it's one of the criticisms. Man, you know, it's a frame-mounted firing pin. The Colt Python has always been a frame-mounted firing pin. The Colt Python, 1955, same year as this came out. The Colt Python had a frame-mounted firing pin. And it's considered, on Wikipedia, the Rolls-Royce of revolvers. Anyway, bet you I got you all confused now, right? But anyway, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the giveaway. You know, again, to the fella, contact me. I'll get it out to you as soon as I can. Sometimes we just don't get to the post office right away, so bear with us. And it coming out from the middle Pacific Ocean may take a little while longer, but anyway, I appreciate you entering and appreciate all the support that these videos get. You know what? A big thank you. You know, really, all of you guys that are here, subscribe to the channel, watching the videos, supporting the channel. Just want to let you know you are very appreciated here on this channel. So please stick around. Continue to travel this journey with me, because it's been a lot of fun. I've met a lot of really good people through this network of doing this. Really good people. So appreciate it. Again, check out my Facebook page if you do have a Facebook account. BatJackJW. Just search that from Facebook. Send me a friend request. I'll link you on, and you can. There, I post some videos of new stuff and some times past that maybe you missed. Anyway, like, share, and subscribe. We'll catch you later. And yeah, some more of this Kona coffee. Man, this stuff is strong. Large black coffee. Only this time it's got sugar in it. A lot of sugar. And I just came back to complain. Okay.